I checked into my first ship as a young chief, and my XO at the time told me during check-in, "Congratulations, Chief, you just inherited my worst division on the ship." And that's how I knew that I had to get after some issues, and I had to do it quick. And I didn't have a lot of time to waste. So I made this video about what you can do as a leader in your very first week to build trust, get the clarity you need, and get after the mission, and not make common mistakes. So if you're a new leader, a seasoned leader, and you're about to go into a new organization, follow this proven method to get after things quickly. This is designed to be practical, not only for the military, but for any leader going into any organization for the first time. This is designed to be a no fluff, no BS approach on how to be effective in your first week as a leader. Step one, I would sit down with every single direct report under your purview. Sit down, get to know them, really understand what makes them tick. What are their struggles? What are their goals? What are their aspirations? Talk to these direct reports. What are your expectations of them? Outline these expectations before you have those conversations. I have these expectations for, officers. I have these expectations for chiefs. I talk to first classes and set my expectations. I know what to communicate. At the same time, ask them. What are their expectations of you? What do they expect you to be doing as their leader? Write these down. These are important. They're important enough for them to mention them to you, so you should track them and try to execute some of those expectations. These one-on-one sit-downs are critical to starting to build rapport and starting to build trust with your team. It's your first initial I'm willing to sit down one-on-one and get to know you and understand how I fit in this team and how we can work together. If you skip these, you're going to struggle because you won't know your team and they won't trust you because they don't think that you're going to value them enough to get to know them and understand them. Next up, I would do group calls or group sit-downs with the different layers in your organization. Sit down with your frontline leaders. Sit down with your supervisors. Introduce yourself to these groups of individuals. Let them know, hey, these are my priorities. This is my leadership philosophy. This is what I care about. You can set minor expectations. How often do you expect to get updates? How often do you expect to see them on a day-to-day basis? Also, this is a great time to ask the group, what are we doing here that's working? What are we doing here that needs work? What can I do to make your lives easier? All of this gives you a clarity and insight into how your team is operating. It also, again, reinforces building trust. Step number 3 is get a snapshot of what your team is currently working on. What are the projects that they're working on for the next week, the next month, quarter? What's coming up in a year? And what has the team done already to be prepared for those very long-term goals? You need to have a clear understanding of what you're working on and the current status. Is it ahead? Is it behind? Talk to those leaders of those different projects and see what they need from you. You only have so many calories in the tank and so many hours in the day. So this gives you a clarity of understanding of where you might need to spend more time or where a leader might need your help. This goes back to, don't micromanage the teams that are doing well. Check in on them, but let them have the autonomy and then go where you're needed. Leaders need to understand when to go to a team, where to help them, and then when to leave back off and give that team the room they need to be successful. Knowing where to be, that right place at the right time, is critical as a leader. Understanding that snapshot of your team and the projects they're working on helps you understand that clarity. Next up, go to different areas of your organization and just observe. Go to meetings, even the ones you're not invited to or you didn't get in the calendar invite. Sit in those. What are they talking about? What are they struggling with? Just sit in the back, listen, and observe. Go down, look at that frontline worker. Well, how are they doing? What do they need from you? Again, just observe from afar and see how things are operating. You need to have an understanding of how your team operates so you can make decisions on where you should go next. And this leads me into my next step. Don't change anything. That's a huge tip. Don't change anything in that first week, that first month, or maybe even the first quarter. Sit back and observe and understand what's happening. Take notes and come up with a well thought out plan before you just start making change. A lot of people are worried when they hear the new leaders coming in that they're going to change everything and that they're going to all of a sudden want to do things completely different. And it causes a lot of friction, stress, and anxiety with team members because they're fearful of this change. So don't buy into that and start making a bunch of change just for the fun of change. Make those changes that will make the lives of your people better or make the organization more efficient. This doesn't mean that if you see some toxic behavior or some really inefficient practices that just are so egregious they shouldn't be ignored. You should address these immediately as well. It's key to show your team that you won't stand for that toxicity, that you will appropriately handle that situation and take care of it as their leader. They expect you to do that. So don't shy away if you find things that are really messed up and correcting those immediately on the spot. But don't go in again and just start making changes that don't need to be changed. A key thing that I do with change is I talk to my team leaders and I talk to them and see, hey, I'm thinking about doing this change, or I'm thinking about this because I don't like it. What do you think? Getting that feedback gets their buy-in if they feel like part of the process, and it helps you understand about maybe some factors, especially if you're new, that you just don't understand yet, and how that might affect the people and the organization as a whole. So get that feedback as well. Your first week on the job is not about control. The job rarely is. What it's about is building that genuine human connection with the people that you're leading, and then understanding the scope of responsibility and things under your purview. So you should focus on connection and clarity as the two top priorities for your first week. I hope this video helped you understand how to attack your first week as a leader. It can be daunting rolling into a new organization and a new leadership position and not being prepared. So if this helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with somebody else who's going into that new leadership position. Now get out there, get after it, and lead successfully.